is your take on, let's say a guy is low in testosterone, right? Like because of age or because of just naturally the levels are low. Because this like a healthy male should have a certain amount of testosterone in their body, right? What if a person has low testosterone, he goes to the doctor and gets prescribed dosages to bring it to healthy levels, natural levels, right? If that is that guy, in your opinion, and then he competes in your league, should he still be able to compete in your organization if he's taking TRT? You know, no, still not good.
Sir, no, sir, you're cheating. You're cheating. It doesn't matter. It's not my fault that your testosterone level is not where I am at. I put in the hard work, bro. I put in the hard work. I've been doing this since I was a young kid, so I stay healthy. I focus on being healthy, so it's not my fault. Now, not to say that maybe different people have different genetics. Well, genetics play into the game also, right? Like not everybody can be I can't be a basketball player. I can try all my life and I'll never be a good basketball player. I can be good, but I'm never going to be able to compete with the top athletes, right? Uh, so you have to kind of say, hey, look, what is my potential and play on that potential. Don't try to come in and use other stuff, and then say, well, I'm still natural. Well, you're not, you know,
Even if it's prescribed to
even, even off limits, brother, off limits. That's how I feel. I mean, some people may not, but I feel like it's off limits. You're still using something to get to my level, right? Where I'm not using anything. I can wear stilts to go and play against LeBron James because he's taller than me. He's just taller than me. That's it. You see what I'm saying? So put in the work, and if it's not your sport, go do something different. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to still use something to cheat to still be at my level, right? Cheating is, yeah, I mean, you're still using something, so you're not, it can't be natural, right?
no. I mean, no. I'm sure some will disagree with you, but I understand your point of view. I mean,
And that's okay. And that's the point. The point is that people are going to disagree. Like, we're not all supposed to think alike. It's my opinion. Some people may disagree. That's fine. And that's okay. Then disagree. It's fine. I'm telling you how I feel if you're going to go against me, you know?
now, I specifically don't want to give too much away about your story. You know, I want people to learn from the film about your background and your story. On the come up of natural bodybuilding. But one thing I want to ask you. So, from what I learned about your story, you've qualified to be a professional a while ago, but you still, because normally, from what I know, is like when you are amateur bodybuilder, right? You qualify to get a pro card, you get a pro card, and you no longer compete in the amateur stage. You're going to professionals. Now you qualify, but you still chose to be competing as an amateur for quite some time. And I feel like people are going to question that. Like, why did you not go to the pro league? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to defend yourself, but just explain, like, I'm not explaining in the film, but like, just did people question you about that? Like, why you still compete?
I mean, I've had athletes that do, and that's perfectly fine. But here's the way I feel. Just because you have a degree does not make you an expert. Just because you won a show does not make you a professional. For me to be a professional, I want to make sure that I put in the hard work, so I deserve. So when I step on that stage, that I'm a competitor. I'm not just another guy that stands on stage. I don't want to be another guy that gets in that stage and says, hey, I'm just here standing. You're going to notice me. Okay. So I want to be competitive, and I want to be at the top level, at least top 5, maybe top 10 max, right? Depending how many guys are in the category. But I don't want to be just another victim there. Here I am. I got a pro card. And there's a lot of competitors that I see in all different, organizations, or drug or not. They get a pro card and they think, I'm a pro now, bro. I know everything. No, we don't. Like, even when you've been competing for a while, you still have things to learn. There's a lot of stuff that if I jumped in as a pro from the very first time, when I first got my pro card in 2009, I would be destroyed. I was like, I competed in my very first show in 2009, and I won all the categories. Right, I came in and I just dominated. Now to most guys, that makes their head like big, like, oh my God, I'm the man. But look at those guys that are professional. Don't underestimate them. They have experience. They know what they're doing. They've been on that stage. Okay. You see this in football where you have a Super Bowl and those guys are killing. And then all of a sudden you get to the Super Bowl and the one team chokes. And you're like, what happened? Because they weren't ready for that. There's a lot of pressure that happens when you get to the big stage, when you get with the big boys, right? So I suppose
Admit that what you're saying. Most people wouldn't admit that they're not ready.
I know they don't. I do, because I'm honest with myself. Like, I don't need somebody to blow smoke, to me and just basically make me feel like, oh, you're the badass. Like, I know what I see what I see. Okay, so when I see those guys competing, I see that they know what they're doing. It's not, bodybuilding is not like just, it's an art. It's not just like, hey, I want to show, look at me, I can win everything. No, man. You win a show, in every show I've ever competed, which I've competed many, many shows, right? Before I went and I jumped in on the pro stage, I learned something new about myself, something different. Even when I competed as a pro, I learned something about myself. I learned that I don't know everything. And I learned that there's so much more that I have to learn to be able to go head to head with the pros, right? I'm honest with myself. I don't have a coach. I don't have anybody to, blow smoke. I'm myself. I'm my own coach. I do my own training. I train mostly alone anyway. Maybe even in the movie, you'll see that it's going to be mostly myself training. So yeah, I just think that if you're a competitor and you win a show, don't just go and win enough shows to really build up that confidence, to make you feel good, and then go to the pro level. Don't just win a show and that's it, I'm going pro. Otherwise, if you're doing that, or if organizations make you do that, it's only for money. It's only because they're trying to make more money from you, not because of any other reason. But this organization that I compete in, they don't make you do that. If you don't want to go pro, you stay as an amateur. Okay? They're not trying to push you in one direction or another. You decide what you want, and when you're ready, you can go on there. And that, to me, that's the way I felt. I felt like I needed to keep putting in the work, so I can, when I show up on that stage, I'm at the same level with those guys on stage, and they feel like, they don't want to say like, who the heck is this guy? They're going to go, oh, wow, we better watch out for this guy because he's a threat. And that's how I want to feel like. I don't want to feel like, oh, whatever, he got his pro card. Cool. We're not worried about him. You got to be worried about me when I step on stage, because I'm going to come correct, and that's it.